You can make any line, you can put UN, sign it.
But,
so
the basic here, the issue here is the demarcation of the line beyond engine.
It can't be demarcated. You can't even walk there. It can't be demarcated. It is just
how can you demarcate Sir Creek? You know there's a problem. How can you put a line through the ocean? So they say no. I have attended those talks also as Director General Military Operations, and they say no. They are taking out oil from our side. They put the pipes. Now where is it underground? It may go 2 kilometers there. How are you going to demarcate? Sir, you cannot demarcate. The only thing is that we have to build up a trust between the two nations. How that can be done, I'm sure the Prime Minister is trying.
We have to build up the trust, but that is the problem. There is a trust deficit.
Unless the trust, even in a household, private household, if there is not there in the family or the husband and the wife, you cannot do it.
I'll just come back to you. Here it is time for a short break. When we return, we continue our discussion on the contours of a possible solution to the Siachen conflict. Welcome back. We are discussing ways and means to resolve the Siachen conflict with Pakistan. First, let me go across to Brigadier HPS Bedi, who is with us on the phone line from Delhi. Brigadier Bedi, we are discussing the Siachen dispute. As a former commander of the Siachen Brigade, do you think the glacier has any strategic or tactical value as is being made out?
Good evening, Kabar. Thank you very much for getting me online for this program. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you.
You see, it is quite public knowledge now that this glacier doesn't have any strategic importance per se. But then I would say that some portion of the glacier, that is the southern part, does have a tactical importance.
Okay.
But the northern and central glacier have no tactical / strategic importance at all, and it is quite evident, it is known and recorded in history as of today.
Okay. Brigadier Bedi, Indian troops are at this point of time at an advantage. Can that be used to launch an offensive into the other side?
No. We are at an advantage in terms of since we have occupied or we are on the Saltro range. But then there is no way that we can go in for an offensive from that side mainly because of the logistics problem.
But you just mentioned that from the southern part, perhaps the southern part is of some kind of a tactical advantage.
Yes. When I talk about the main glacier, your question was about the offensive from the Saltoro range, then that is not possible. But yes, from the southern glacier, it is important to both. From their side, it gives them an entry into the Nubra Valley, which was their territory and was taken by us in 71. Similarly, we also can go in, and there is possibility and there is an advantage we can take of that area going into their area.
So, Brigadier Bedi, what would you suggest? Should we withdraw unilaterally or only after the authentication of the present positions?
In the past, what has happened is that there have been very many treaties, there have been very many talks, agreements. Unfortunately, Pakistan has not kept their word, and they always try to take advantage of the promises that have been made. Therefore, I think it is very essential, and now that they are showing keenness to resolve this issue, the present positions must be authenticated. This is only a precaution by the Indian side.
But I don't think the other side will agree to the authentication of the present positions, because that, they will say, is actually legalizing your own occupation.
The point is that actually it is neither the LOC, it is the actual ground position line where the troops are actually deployed there. So some kind of authenticity, some kind of this thing has to be given to that line on those positions, and that is necessary.
Okay. Thank you, Brigadier Bedi, for joining us. Jal Dhillon, do you agree with the Brigadier that the northern portion of the glacier doesn't have much of a strategic value, but the southern part does have the strategic value.
Yeah, which is right. What Bedi has said is absolutely right. That northern portion has relevance, but not as much as the southern portion. All right. And then again, launching anything from the southern portion anywhere, it has to be something. What are we going to achieve? Is it worthwhile doing it, and so on? And in today's environment, such things don't work out. If we can look after what we got today, I think we've done wonders.
But with your experience, do you think large-scale troop maneuvers are possible from the advantageous position that we are in?
No, it makes no difference. Let's not fool each other that I have got movement from here to there and all that. It doesn't fool anybody. As I said, there's nothing hidden today from the satellite. It knows exactly what you are doing. So it makes no difference. We only tire out and spoil our equipment.
In today's context,
in today's context,
what is the strategic or
I'll tell you. I'm very happy to have heard Brigadier Bedi and him. Sir, the northern area, why did we go for it? People ask me, why the hell are we there? Now, if you, he didn't tell you, on the map if you see, there's Indra Call. That is the last point. And that point, I have been with the troops. What advantage it gives? It keeps a look on the road. The Siachen road that is like a rope around your neck. You can see every movement. You see this side, you can see Afghanistan. You see this side, Pakistan, Uzbekistan. You see this side, you have parts of Russia. You see this side, you see China. You see behind it's India. It's a point.
General, is the cost worth this grand look that you have?
Yes, sir. It is. Why? You want to give Ladakh away as a little Tibet? If you want, certainly. If Parliament decides, we are a nation which have to go according to the Parliament. But I say that Parliament must be taken into consideration. And I will not be able to discuss with you, sir, today that there are plans in which we can ensure thinning out. Let's start thinning out process. After we've done a threat assessment, the Parliament must be taken into consideration and confidence, and also the other parties who are there, who are backing someone, so that we have a consensus all over the country, sir. Yes, we cannot demilitarize that.
General, having so many troops there, almost a brigade strength on either side, is causing many problems. For example, the garbage, almost 1 ton of garbage daily is being dumped in that area.
Very big problem.
So, short of a withdrawal, how do you deal with the garbage?
No, why withdrawal, sir? I am not saying, I am talking of thinning out. Sir, you can't. You got a thing, you say withdraw. No. Start talking, start thinning out, start having a process, start having a longer picture of the next 5 years, 10 years perspective of what...
But what do you do with the garbage that has already been dumped there and which continues to be dumped?
There's so much garbage in Mumbai or Delhi or Chandigarh, you see everywhere there's garbage. I think we should learn how to do that, but
Dilla, would you like to comment on that? Because the garbage is actually affecting the downstream of the Indus River.
I tell you, I forget about garbage, it's no issue.
Okay.
Issue really is that what we are holding in that area, troop, posts and so on, those are the minimum. You can't thin out a post of 30 people, make it to 10, because that much is required for their sustainability. And one post is supporting the other one. So either you are there to protect each other or you are not there. So thinning out, it doesn't work out.
So partial withdrawal or thinning out is not possible?
No, not advisable. Everything is possible. It's not advisable. Because then you are exposing people who are there, you are overstretching those small bodies which are there. As it is, every soldier is counted, what's he doing there? Yes. Right? Because logistics so difficult.
General Hoon, thinning out is not advisable. That's what General
No, I agree with him. Thinning out means that we have to have the minimum. Now, if you don't want a brigade, okay, we can have a better movement on the glacier, but certainly we may be able to. It's a tactical thing. It has to be sat on a plan in the ops and MI and threat, and you can, I think, sir. We can start.
Maybe let's say you cannot 30, 40, 50 people. Does not solve your problem.
That doesn't. But at the moment, the brigade is more on logistics. It is on logistics. Sir, I tell you another thing. that what he is saying is absolutely right. Sorry for
Yes.
taking your time. I have spent a night or 2 nights at Siala. There were tents there. You are with your full equipment. You get into a sleeping bag. Sir, I am saying this, and I am saying it through the heart. Those poor troops, I didn't want to have coffee at night or water at night because I can't get out. Because one, the height, it gets you. Then you get out, you get frozen. So we used to say, "Chalo khao hi na leto." So we've been through that. And I have great pride in the boys who are there.
So in that case, General Hoon, all the more reason to pull out then.
No, not at all, sir. For the country, we die for the country. We don't pull out. We don't pull out. Yeah, let Pakistan show some.
But General Hoon, if both sides were to agree to first a thinning out and then a pull out, what should be done on the glacier? Maybe have a peace park there or have joint patrolling expeditions?
We have nothing there till 84.
Yes.
We had nothing. Nobody went there.
But they went.
It is situation created and people reacted. And there was nothing there.
Nothing there.
So I go back. Okay. India has failed over a period of time to create deterrent both against China and Pakistan. We are just holding on to what we got, and we get into stupid issues of some age there and some stupid thing there. We are not getting on to the major issues to build up our capability. That is where we are lacking. Build your capability and then you dictate what you want to do.
Okay, that's talking about the larger issue, but talking about Siachen, if both sides were to agree to withdrawal, what should be done at the glacier? Should there be joint patrolling? Should there be aerial flights to ensure that the area remains demilitarized?
Dekho, Kamar, we had the same situation in all over Kashmir. We are sitting against each other. We know where it is. But if a man decides to tomorrow to violate it, what do you do? What did we do in Kargil?
But in this case, it is actually General Hoon and his troops which violated the area, no?
No, I don't say.
I object to that.
Because it says northward this way.
I thought
it was a compulsion. Let's say even if he is violated, even if he is violated, why not if it helps your country?
Because you would have had a little Tibet, sir. That was the sagacity of a prime minister of that time who agreed to the situation.
So, General Hoon, is the situation still the same?
No, I am very grateful that and very happy that Kiani has come out. We should go there. We should talk. Why not? Well, I've been 3 times. Ziaula.
So you're suggesting that we start talking and start thinning out and then work towards
not talking first, not thinning out.
Okay.
First start talking, then get your plans ready.
Okay.
Have a little trust deficit. Today we haven't. Let's not fool ourselves. We haven't.
So build up on the trust.
Build up on the trust. When you find that the terrorists are coming here, the Lashkar-e-Taiba, this, that, our troops are being killed every day in Kashmir. We don't want to be on the border. After all, the army also wants to come back sometimes, and why the army takes the brunt all the time. So now let's not do a thing where the future will have to also go through what we are going through. Let's fix it. Let's do a proper political as also a military threat perception, take our politicians and the parliament into confidence, and sir, then they are supreme. Then I am happy.
Thank you very much for joining us in the discussion. Sir. The need for a lasting solution to the Siachen Glacier dispute has been felt for long. One hopes that the lives of 135 Pak soldiers which were lost to an avalanche recently will help prevent more lives being lost at this God-forsaken battlefield. That is all in Defence Line today. Do write your feedback. Good luck and goodbye.